Friends, in the last class we learned about a new lesson. We learned our new lesson, electric current and its effect. Electric current and its effect. In the last class we learned about electric current, about the electric circuit, then circuit diagram. Then we learned about some symbols, common symbols used for electric. Some common symbols used for some components, electric circuit components. Okay, we learned the symbols for electric cell. What is the symbol for electric cell? We learned a long line and a short line is needed for denote the symbol of a cell. The long line indicates the positive terminal and the short thick line indicates the negative terminal. It is the symbol for cell. Okay, then we learn about symbol of electric bulb. What is the symbol of electric bulb? It is a symbol of electric bulb. It is a symbol for electric bulb. Then we learn the symbol for switch. Switching on position and switching off position. The two terminals are connected together. We can say that the switch is in on position. Then when the switch is in off position, the two terminals are not close together. They are in open. So we can say that the switch is in off position. Okay. These are things that we learned in the previous class. Today we are going to learn a new topic, heating effect. Heating effect of electric current. Heating effect of electric current. What do you mean by heating effect of electric current? Heating effect of electric current. We know that in our house where there are several electrical appliances are present. Some appliances are working on the basis of heating effect of electric current. They are immersion heaters, hot plates, iron geysers, then electric kettles, hair dryers. Then these are the some electrical appliances working under the basis of the principles of heating effect of electric current. Heating effect of electric current. Okay. Then what do you mean by heating effect of electric current? Production of heat. Heating effect of electric current means production of heat in an electric circuit, electric device. Production of heat in an electric device due to the flow of electric current is called the heating effect of electric current. What do you mean by heating effect of electric current? Production of heat. Production of heat. What do you mean by heating effect of electric current? The production of heat in an electric device. Production of heat in an electric device. Production of heat in an electric device. Production of heat in an electric device due to the flow of electric current is called. Due to the flow of electric current. Due to the flow of electric current. Due to the flow of electric current is called heating effect of electric current. Is called heating effect of electric current. What do you mean by heating effect of electric current? The production of heat in an electric device due to the flow of electric current is called heating effect of electric current. Is called heating effect of electric current. Okay, all of you understood what do you mean by heating effect of electric current? We know that in our house there are iron box is present. We know that if we plug the iron box into the switchboard, after some time the iron box become heat. Iron box become heat with the help of electricity or electric current. It is due to, then we can iron the cloth materials. It is working on the basis of heating effect of electric current. It is the heating effect of electric current. That means the production of heat in an electric device, the production of heat in the iron box is due to the flow of electric current. Due to the flow of electric current passes through the iron box. That is called a heating effect of electric current. Another example we can say that the hair dryers. The hair dryers are being used in beauty parlors, are also used in our homes for drying our hairs. It is also an example for heating effect of electric current, because if we use the hair dryers, that means appliances heat with the help of electric current, or heat due to the flow of electric current passes through the devices and we get heat. So it is working under the basis of heating effect of electric current. Heating effect of electric current. Then we have seen an electric heater. We have seen an electric room heater or an electric heater used for cooking, and we have seen an electric room heater or an electric heater. Electric heater used for cooking. Or induction cooker. We know that induction cookers are used for cooking in our house. Okay, these devices, these appliances containing coil of wire. Inside these appliances or inside this device, we can find a coil of wire. We can see a coil of wire. This coil of wire is also called filament. This coil of wire is called filament. Coil of wire is called filament. Okay. These appliances are switched on. That means the electric room heater or electric heater or induction cooker are switched on. They are in switched on position after connecting to the electric supply. We switch on the devices. Then filaments become hot. That means their coil of wire become hot. Red hot and give out heat. This happens due to the heating effect of electric current. All of you understood? What we learned? We learned about heating effect of electric current. What do you mean by heating effect of electric current? We have seen that electric room heater or electric heaters or induction cookers are used for cooking. Then these devices contain a coil of wire inside it. A coil of wire is present in the inside of these types of devices. This coil of wire is called an filament. Then these appliances is in switched on position after we connecting to the electric supply. The elements present inside the devices become red hot and give out heat. This happens due to the heating effect of electric current. So, what do you mean by heating effect of electric current? The production of heat in an electric device. due to the flow of electric current is called heating effect of electric current. Is called heating effect of electric current. The heating, such appliances, inside such appliances we can see a coil of wire is present. That coil of wire is called an filament. That coil of wire is called an filament. If we give electric current to that appliances, the coil of wire become red hot condition and give out heat. Red hot condition and give out heat. So this is due to the heating effect of electric current. I think all of you understood. Next one. Then we learn about the amount of heat. The amount of heat produced. The amount of heat produced in an electrical appliances. An electric device is depend on its resistance. It depends on its resistance. The amount of heat. The amount of heat produced in a wire. The amount of heat produced in a wire. The amount of heat produced in a wire. It depends on its resistance. It depends on its resistance. Okay. In your textbook, page number 164. Page number 164. 64. A picture is given about the heating effect of electric current. Here is a coil, is a figure of a coil or a figure of an element is given. If we apply electric current to the device, the coil become red hot condition, red hot and give out heat. This happens due to the heating effect of electric current. Okay. Next, we know that an electric bulb. We know that an electric bulb, incandescent bulb, electric bulb. Then inside the electric bulb, there is a thin wire. Wire is present. A wire is present. That wire is called a filament. Filament of the bulb. That wire is called a filament. Filament of the bulb. Filament of the bulb. That filament, glowing filament of that filament will help the bulb to glow. If that filament help the bulb to glow. Then the amount of heat produced in a wire. The amount of heat. The amount, if we pass electricity through into the bulb socket, the bulb become glow. How it happen? The wire, that filament become red hot and give out heat and light. Give out heat and light. Then the amount of heat produced in a wire. The amount of heat produced in a wire depends on its material, on the behavior of the material, or the length of the material and thickness of the materials. The amount of heat produced on a wire depends on the behavior of the material, or the material thickness and length. What all things depends the resistance or the heat produced. The amount of heat produced on a wire. The amount of heat produced on a wire depends on its materials, length and thickness. Okay. Then the wires used for making circuits. We know that what is a circuit. When the electrical components are connecting with a wire, then we get a circuit. The wires used for making electric circuit do not normally become hot. We know that the copper wires are used for making a circuits. These wires does not become hot. These wires does not become hot. The elements of some electrical appliances become so hot that they are easily visible. For an example is the filament of a bulb. The filament of an electric bulb gets heated to such a high temperature that it starts glowing. All of you understood? Next, if a large current passes through a wire, the wire may become so hot that it may even when a chance to break, chance to melt and break. Once again, the amount of heat produced in a wire depends on its material length and thickness. The wires of different materials are different length, different thickness. Have different length and different thickness. Have different materials. Okay. Then the wires used for making circuits do not break. Circuits do not normally become hot. Okay. Then another example, we can say that the filament of the bulb. The filament of the bulb is a wire. That wire gets, if we pass electricity or switch on the bulb, the electric current pass through the filament, that wire. Then it starts. The bulb gets heated and then it starts glowing. We get light. Okay. Next, what do you mean by resistance? Next, what is resistance? What is resistance? The degree to which a material opposes the passage of electric current through itself. Opposes the passage of electric current through itself is known as resistance. What do you mean by resistance? The degree to which a material, if we take a material of wire, that material of wire opposes the electric current, opposes the passage of current through itself is known as resistance. Then factors on which the heating effect of current depends. First factor, the resistance of wire. Factors on which the heating effect of current depends. First factor, the resistance of wire. Greater the resistance of a wire. If we take a wire, its resistance is greater will be the heat produced. Produced in it by a given current. If we give a current to a wire, first of all we take a wire, then the resistance of the wire is greater. The heat produced will be greater. Okay. Next, for example, if we choose an example for finding the resistance of wire. First of all, we take two wires of materials, copper and nichrome. If we choose two wires, copper and nichrome of equal length and thickness. For equal length and thickness. What do you mean by resistance? If we learn what do you mean by resistance? The degree to which a material opposes the passage of current through itself is known as resistance. The degree to which a material opposes the passage of current through itself is known as resistance. The factors on which the heating effect of current depends. Next we learn factors on which the heating effect of current depends. The first factor depends on the heating effect of electric current is resistance of wire. If we take the greater resistance of wire, the heat produced will be greater image. Greater the resistance of a wire, greater will be the heat produced in it by a given current. For example, if we choose two wires with wires of copper and nichrome of equal length and thickness, then we also pass equal amount of current through them for the same duration. Then we can find that nichrome wire will become hotter in comparison to the copper wire. It is due to the resistance of nichrome. The resistance of nichrome wire is greater than the resistance of the copper wire. That's why nichrome wire is used to making heating elements of electric appliances. So we can say that in iron boxes, induction cooker, heaters, room heaters, electric heaters, kettles, etc. Inside these devices, the electric element is made up of coil of wire. That coil of wire is nichrome. Why? Because it have high resistance. If the wire has high resistance, the heat produced is also higher. Okay, all of you understood? Then once again, what do you mean by resistance? The degree to which the material opposes the passage of current flow, the passage of current through itself is known as resistance. Then what we learned? We learned about heating effect of electric current. What do you mean the heating effect of electric current? The production of heat in an electric device due to the flow of electric current is known as heating effect of electric current. We have seen electric heater and room heater, induction cookers are used for cooking. Inside these devices, we can see a coil of wire is present. That coil of wire is called an element. If we switch on these appliances after connecting to the electric supply, the element inside the element become red hot condition and give out heat. This happens due to the heating effect of electric current. Then factors on which the heating effect of electric current depends. The first factor is the resistance of wire. If we take a wire, it has high resistance, the heat produced will also become higher. The heat will be higher. is copper and the other one is nichrome. One is copper and the other one is nichrome. And also the two wires have equal length and equal thickness and also pass the same amount of current with the same duration of time. Then we can find that the nichrome wire will become hotter easily in comparison with the copper wire. From this observation, we can conclude that which wire has more resistance? Nichrome wire has more resistance. Why? Nichrome wire has more resistance. So nichrome wire has more heat produced because the nichrome wire has high resistance. So it produce high heat. High heat. So we can say that it is due to the resistance of nichrome wire. The resistance of nichrome wire is more than the resistance of copper wire. That is why nichrome wire is used to making heating elements in electrical appliances. Okay. Then the resistance of wire depends on the material of wire, length of wire and thickness of wire. The resistance of wire depends on what all things the resistance of wire depends. The resistance of wire depends on the material of wire. It depends on the material of wire if the material is copper, nichrome, iron, etc. like that, and also length of the wire, and also it depends on the thickness of the wire. The resistance of the wire depends on the material of the wire we use and the thickness of the wire we use and the length of the wire we used. These are the factors that depends on the heating effect of electric current. Which factor depends on the heating effect of electric current? Resistance of wire. What do you mean by resistance? The degree to which the material opposes the passage of electric current through itself is known as resistance. Okay. Then the resistance, if we take a wire, it has higher resistance. The heat produced become higher in it by a given current. If we have an example, we learned that the two wires, copper and nichrome. Which wire has higher resistance? Nichrome. So nichrome. Why we can say that? Because nichrome produce high heat in short time. Because it has high resistance. So nichrome wire is used in nichrome wire is used as a heating element in electric appliances. Okay, all of you understood? First factor depends on heating effect of electric current. Okay, next one, magnitude of current passed through a given wire. Next factor depend on the heating effect of electric current is magnitude of current passed through a given wire. If the magnitude of current passed through a given wire is greater, then the heat produced in it will also be greater. Example, copper wire. Magnitude of current passed through a given wire is also a factor, depends on the heating effect of electric current. Magnitude of current passed through a given wire is also depends on the heating effect of electric current. How the magnitude of current passed through a given wire depend? If the magnitude of current passed through a given wire is greater, the heat produced will also be greater. Okay. Example, we can say that copper wire. copper wire. Okay, we know that in our house we use filament bulbs. Filament bulbs means incandescent bulbs. Incandescent bulbs. Inside the bulb we can see a thin wire is used to connect. Thin wire is present. Okay, that thin wire is called a filament. That thin wire is called a filament. Okay, if the thickness of that wire is increased, sometimes it will melt or break up. Why? It cannot contain the higher heats. So resistance will be reduced. So it will become break. Okay. Then for this reason, in nowadays we use CFL lamps instead of incandescent lamps. Instead of incandescent lamp, we use CFL. We use CFLs, compact fluorescent lamps. We use compact fluorescent lamps instead of incandescent lamp. Incandescent lamp so more electricity, more energy for glowing the bulb. More electricity for glowing the bulb. So in that place we use CFLs, compact fluorescent lamps, instead of incandescent lamps. Okay. Then these CFL lamps reduce the wastage of electricity. This CFL lamps reduces the wastage of electricity. Okay, and it can also be fixed in the ordinary bulb holders. The CFL lamps, the compact fluorescent lamps can also be fixed on the ordinary bulb holder. We can fix the CFL lamps in the ordinary bulb holder. Okay. Then if we buy CFL bulbs from shops, we must check the ISA mark of the Indian standards. Okay, we must check the ISA mark. Otherwise, if that bulb absorb more energy, it make wastage of energy. Okay, if we buy a CFL lamp from a shop, first we check the ISA mark. That if that bulb contain the ISA mark, that it is safe and the wastage of energy is minimum. That bulb has safe and the wastage of energy is minimum. Okay, all of you understood? What all things we learned today? We learn about the heating effect of electric current. Okay, students, next we learn about electric fuses. Okay. Then we know that electric fuse. We are going to study about electric fuses. Wires made from some materials. Wires are made from some materials like copper, nickel, steel, etc. like that. Okay. Then there's some materials melt quickly and break when large amount of current are passed through them. Some material of wires become melt and break. These wires, such type of wires are used for making electric fuses. Such a type of wires, that means if we allow that some special materials of wires melt quickly and break if we give high amount of current passes through them, it become melt and break quickly. Such type of wires are used in electric fuses. Why such type of wires are used in electric fuses? Because it helps from short circuits and overloads. It helps us from our house or buildings from overloads and short circuits. It helps us from overloads and short circuits. How overloads and short circuits are if the connection of wires are in the form of tear and wear, or if the excessive current can be connected from many devices to a single socket. The excessive current passes from many devices to a single socket. In this situation, also short circuits is also occurred. So, if we reduce the short circuits, we use fuses, electric fuses in our homes for wiring. Electric fuses are used for our houses. Okay. In electric fuses, we can see a small thin wire is used. Why the thin wire is used? If an overload of current is passes through the thin wire, that wire become melt and break quickly. It will reduce the accidents caused by overloads or short circuits. We know that if we hear so many accidents occurred due to the short circuits and overloads. Okay, so to avoid these type of situations, we use electric fuses. In electric fuses, small thin wire is used for connecting or for passing the current. If higher current is passed through the wire become melt and break quickly. It will reduce the accidents caused by short circuits and overloads. Okay. Then sometimes the short circuits are occurred direct touching of wires. Sometimes the short circuits occurs, the insulation of wires is removed. Then sometimes the wire is connected tear and wear. Sometimes the excessive current is coming from many devices into a single socket. Thus, in such situations also short circuits or overload is occurred. So, for reducing these type of situations, we use electric fuses. In your textbook, page number 166, fuse used in buildings. Is given. And we can see a thin wire is connected. That thin wire helps us from overloading, short circuit, overload and short circuit. Then figure 14.15 is also a fuse. Fuse used in electrical appliances. Inside this is also a wire. We can see that wire helps us from helps our appliances from overloads or short circuits. Okay. What all things we learn today? We learn about heating effect of electric current. What do you mean by heating effect of electric current? The production of heat in an electrical material due to the flow of electric current is called heating effect of electric current. Okay, we have seen that electric heater or electric room heater or electric heater induction cookers are used for cooking in our house. Also, okay. Then inside these devices we can see a coil of wire is present. That coil of wire is also called an filament. If we switch on these appliances after allowing electric current, then the element inside the devices become red hot condition and give out heat. This happens due to the effect of heat. This happens due to the heating effect of electric current. Then we learn about what are the factors depends on the heating effect of electric current. First factor is the resistance of the wire. Then what do you mean by resistance? The degree to which the material opposes the passage of current that passes through itself is called resistance. Okay, the resistance of wire means if we take a wire, the resistance of the wire is higher or greater, the heat produced to become greater. The heat produced to become greater. For example, if we choose two wires, copper and nichrome, nichrome with the same length, with the same thickness, and allow the same amount of current and with the same duration of time. Then from this we can say that we can observe that the nichrome wire gets heated quickly. So from this observation we can say that the nichrome wire has higher resistance, so it become heat quickly. Okay, all of you understood? Then we learn about the magnitude of current passed through a given wire. The magnitude of current passed through a given wire is greater, the heat produced to become greater. Then we learn about incandescent bulb. Inside the incandescent bulb, we can see a filament. Okay, if the current passes through the filament get heat and the bulb starts glowing. This is also based on the heating effect of electric current. Then we learn about electric fuses. Some wires are made up of some special type of material. Such materials of wires are melt and break quickly if we allow or pass current through them. So such type of wires are used in electric fuses. The electric fuses are connected in our houses and buildings for reducing the overloads or short circuits occurred from the electrical appliances. Okay, how overloads and short circuits observed if the wires are directly connected, or if the wires are connected here and here, if the insulations is removed from the wire, or current passes from many devices into a single socket. Such type of situations we can face overloads or short circuits, and also it become fire the house and the buildings. So electric fuses help us from overload and short circuits. Okay, students, study well, then read the text carefully. If you have any doubt, ask me, and write the notes neatly and study well. Bye.